Member for Burnaby South.
It's not just people who rely on the CRB that this Prime Minister is failing. This Prime Minister has failed Indigenous people time and time again. And one of the most glaring examples is clean drinking water for Indigenous people. The promise was first made in 2015. 6 years later, that promise was broken. And now the Prime Minister promises another 5 years. 11 years to get Indigenous people clean drinking water in one of the wealthiest countries in the world during the 21st century. It is outrageous and it is wrong. Will the Prime Minister admit that the only reason Indigenous people do not have access to clean drinking water is because it's not a priority for him and his government?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Unfortunately, Mr. Speaker, we see a perfect example of the kind of rhetoric that the NDP engages in. The reality is we all recognize, and this government recognizes, there is much more to do. But to ask a question about clean drinking water without recognizing that when we came into office, there were about 100 long-term boil water advisories in this country, and we have since lifted 108 long-term boil water advisories, some that have been in place for years and years and years. Yes, Mr. Speaker, there is more to do, but to pretend nothing has been done is simply disingenuous and cynical politics at its worst.